Hi, Dave Pinson here, Philippine Bible Ministry. Today I have a topic that's going to draw nobody's going to watch this video, I think, but I don't care. When people quit watching your videos, that's time to double down on the strength of the power of God. That's time to double down on challenging people to follow Him, and that's not time to go and feel sorry for you, which I did for a minute. So I try not to get too much into it. My YouTube channel, you know, maybe I should call it the Lord's YouTube channel because that's the problem. It's like I've convinced myself that I only need a few people, that 8 people is enough. But when I get 2 or 3 days where only 2 people are watching a video, boy, do I get discouraged. I don't know what's going on. Did I make somebody mad? Maybe I shouldn't have said that about the Roman Catholics, or maybe I should have said something worse about them, or maybe I shouldn't have said that about the Mormons, or maybe I shouldn't talk about gay people. And then it's like, no, you need to say what the Lord is putting in your heart to say, because hopefully, if I'm saying something that's out of whack, you guys tell me. Say at least send me a message. We can have a private conversation on Messenger, on Facebook Messenger or something. We don't have, it doesn't have to be out in front of everyone, and I'm okay with that. I really want to know. But I don't think that's it. I just think the only reason I'm doing this channel, well, there's a couple of reasons. One of them, honestly, is for my mental health because I don't have a lot of people I can talk to here, and I don't have anyone I can talk to about these type of deals. Sort of deep dives, kind of deep dives that I do about a lot of different topics. But it's all about being a disciple of Jesus. So the reason I do these videos is just one person watching these is a disciple of Jesus, then I'm happy, and that's all that matters. And so I just need to just let it go. So I was not about to do this topic. It wasn't on my radar at all. And then I was listening to Elizabeth Elliot this morning. By the way, it's amazing. Elizabeth Elliot Foundation on YouTube. To listen to some of her stuff. She is strong. I'll tell you what, the dead people, the old dead people, they're so much stronger than almost. You show me some. I'm challenging anybody out there. My 2 people. I used to say 8, but now it's 2. Send me something of somebody that's just as powerful as those guys. So far, I haven't. I've tried some of these reform guys. I've tried this and that and the other, and it's lacking. I don't know why. Anyway, and she said, "Self pity is satanic." So that's the title of today's video. Self pity is satanic. What are you talking about? Well, what she was talking about. She was talking about Peter when Jesus said that he was going to go on a cross, right? Jesus said, "I'm going to die," and this way, And Peter's like, "No, Lord, you can't suffer. No, you know." I was so self pity, but he was like, "You can't leave me," you know. And Peter said, "Get behind me, Satan," you know. And let's talk about. Well, I'm going to link one of her videos down below. And she says that self pity is based in pride, and 100%. I've already said that in one of my videos before I heard her say it because it's obvious. Whenever I start feeling sorry for myself, that's when I get in the worst possible position, and that's when everything inside of me just falls apart. Oh, I deserve better, Lord. Why didn't I do? Oh, this is instead of thinking about others. If you think about others, you can't really. That can't happen, right? Because you're not. You said if anyone will follow me, let him deny himself. So if you're denying yourself, you can't really have self pity when you're denying yourself. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't. It's like a two edged. It's real. And so, what does Elizabeth Elliot know about this? Who is this old woman? You don't. What are you talking about? Well, her husband Jim Elliot, along with Steve Saint something. There's like 3 of them that were murdered by the Auca Indians, missionaries, and all they were trying to do is make contact and be nice, and they were all murdered. And Elizabeth Elliot and I forgot the name of the other woman. They went in and they lived with that tribe of murderers. You know, the, their way of life was pretty scary, but they went in and they all got saved because why they were showing a kindness. But she said she was in a place of self pity for a minute and she just couldn't do it. She wouldn't do it. She refused to do it. Why? She didn't pull herself up by her bootstraps. She fell in the Lord and let Him take care of her. Because self pity is one of the number one tools of the enemy. Especially, it's almost always for the person who decides to follow Jesus. If you've decided to follow Jesus, you've decided to be like, what if the rich young ruler had said yes? You decided to be that guy. You decided to be that guy that says, whatever it takes, Lord, whatever you want, Lord. And then guess what? The enemy's going to come after you. Look at Job, right? Listen to Job. So Job, was a godly man. I said, look at Job. He loves you. the devil says, of course he loves you because, he has all this stuff. Take it all away and see what happens. Well, he took it all away. And Job stayed faithful. Did he have a little self-pity? He did. But he didn't curse God. He didn't turn on God. He didn't, he fell into a little bit of that, though. So where'd that come from? He just wanted to die. Yeah, he didn't kill himself. He didn't do anything sinful. So he wasn't really sinning in it. He just said, I just wish I never would have been born, is basically what he said. He didn't say he wanted to die. He said, I wish I never would have been born. Even his wife, he even lost the confidence of his wife. Just curse God and die, you fool. What is wrong with you? We can't live like this. It's so hard. What are we doing? I don't understand. I don't understand a lot of things that happen in my life, right? But I know one thing. What is it? How's that one song? It's the Lord is my strength. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shelter. The Lord is my rock. The Lord is my shield. The love of God defends me. I will call upon the Lord, so will I be safe. So self pity, I got lots of it. It comes at me all the time. It's one of my main things, and it comes from my pride. Why? Because I feel like all right, Lord, I sold everything, moved to the Philippines. I'm doing all this stuff for you. You at least you need to take care of me. Why are you letting this guy steal this money down here? Why are you letting this happen? Why this guy? Why me, Lord? Let's just see what's going. Why you let me lose my teeth, Lord? What's going on here? No, whatever happens doesn't matter because I still have Him. So try to remember that next time you start feeling sorry for yourself. Just try to remember that Jesus didn't die. By the way, Jesus didn't die on the cross because he pitied us. He died on the cross because he was obedient. He loved his Father, and his Father sent salvation to us not out of pity but out of love. There's a difference between self pity and love. That's a big deal because self pity is all focused on you, right? But then true love, biblical love, godly love, the new heart he gives you is where you're always concerned about other people, no matter where you are. Huh? How about that? We'll stop with that. God bless you guys. Ta ta for now.